Coming to you from the RIP party in Los Angeles. We're actually at Soundchecks this afternoon, and of course we are going to be bringing you all the live action from the party a little bit later on in the show. But up next, I've got some guys who really don't need too much introduction in Europe. I'm joined by Vinny and Phil from Pantera, and welcome to you guys. And I think I'm right in saying that this is the first European TV interview you're doing for your new album Far Beyond Driven, which is out in Europe tomorrow. How are you?
This is great. Out tomorrow. Yeah.
So also actually you're playing at the RIP party tonight. We're going to see a little bit of live performance from that later on, and that I believe is the first time that you've played this new record in the live environment.
Real quick. Right when the interview started, I went and a bug flew in my mouth. Look, it's a green bug. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, got rid of that. So how are you looking forward to playing at the party tonight, playing the new songs?
I need to learn the words. I need to jam with my boys, man.
Here's the scoop, man. We hadn't played since we recorded the record, and it's going to be remember the old songs and learn the new songs as we go. So check it out. It'll be nice and raw, but I guarantee you by the time we get there, it's going to be tight and popping.
Yeah.
Now, Phil, I understand that you've actually been a little bit ill recently. You've had a few health problems. Are you back in full fitness now?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. Just, you know, everyday run-of-the-mill type of crap. This and that.
Getting back into shape for touring?
No, but, you know, that'll happen, and you know, with touring, because all you do is wake up and eat a little bit and jump all over the fucking place for like 2 hours a night or something like that. Even though those of you who've seen us, we rarely play 2 hours, but you know, it's
it seems like 2 hours.
It seems like 2 hours to us, you know, because we're fat and old now.
Well, anyway, I want to
He
talk.
ain't fat no more, man. Look at, I weigh more than Vince now, by the way.
176.
195. Yeah.
But he's hollering me.
Well, we better get a little bit more serious now, because we want to talk about your new album Far Beyond Driven, which, as I said, hits the shops in Europe tomorrow. Perfect timing.
That is really cool.
Now, your last album, A Vulgar Display of Power, was monstrously heavy. This one, it seems to me, is even heavier. To metal, what's the hardcore side for Far Beyond Driven?
No. I just think that it's a real prevalent album for what's real prevalent around us today, which is, I guess you call it alternative music, you know, and you know, if that's your bag, that's cool. Like, perfect. We have a very, very heavy. So of our this album's what's out today. It's just my opinion.
But I was very active on the kind of embryonic New Orleans scene with like that kind of.
No, that was a problem.
Okay. Appreciate heaviness you've got both musically and how do you think those crop now?
I don't care. It's a Sabbath song.
But there are some slightly kind of more
down the song, more section, band, just before that kind of thing.
Okay, we're going into the first video from Far Beyond, and it's the first new thing on the album. Very important for like the rest. Why did you choose Unbroken?
Because it was the only song to do a video.
So no great significance there, I'm afraid.
The
anyway,
whole album jams, though. It's the whole album. We don't want to. I mean, we could have done a video for any of the songs. It's just, you know, to semi-play a little bit of the game, you gotta, you know, make a video that you don't want to be edited, like we had to do with This Love on the last, you know, shout out on the last record. So that's why we did this one. The whole record, it's just one big satanic issue.
It's just, we think all the songs are great, you know. It's sad that you have to pick one to do a video for, but it's a full record, and this just happens to be the one the video's for.
Well, there you go, Far Beyond Driven. This is the first single, I'm Broken, and then we'll be talking to Vinny and Phil lots more as the Headbangers Ball continues. I'm Broken. And Phil from Pantera, this is their first European TV interview for Far Beyond Driven, so exclusive to Headbangers Ball, coming to you from the RIP party in Los Angeles. And we're talking about the new album, Far Beyond Driven, and there's lots to talk about. And my next question is, when you guys are playing live, it's so intense. I was wondering, how on earth can you go about recreating that intensity in the studio? Do you imagine a front row of headbangers in front of you there?
No, I've said this in past interviews, but I'll say it, you know, since this is pretty exclusive and the first one that you know, all the kids in Europe will see. We're real good at writing Pantera songs. You know, we know how to do that real well, and I think we achieved that pretty well in this. And we know within ourselves that we can't just write out some music that's not going to move anybody. You know, we know how to cater to our audience, and our audience will destroy one another probably once, you know, when we play this stuff live. And you know, thank you.
Can you add to that, Vinny, as co-producer of the record?
Well, the thing about the studio is that it's not like playing on stage. You know, there's tons of people there, there's lights, all this energy. That's why live is so exciting. In the studio, it's very sterile. There's 4 walls, there's 1 light in the room, you know, and you got to find a way to recreate that energy live, you know. And the way we do that is through driving each other. We have a great deal of respect for each other, make each other work very hard, and having Terry date there too.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the way we recreate what you're going to hear live.
Because he's very kind of artist orientated, isn't he? He's not out there to kind of change you into something you're not.
He's the kind of record producer that lets the band make the record the band wants, not what the record company wants, not what, you know, anybody wants but the band. And that's the best thing about Terry.
Yeah, I like the sound of that for sure. Well, on this album, as all Pantera albums, you're very, very angry. It's a very aggressive record. I was wondering, are you still kind of pissed off by the same things that pissed you off in the Cowboys from Hell days? Or have you, now that you've had success and you've seen other sides of things, that you're getting angry about those as well?
There's an angry feel to it because we play aggressive, heavy music.
Right.
But I think personally, as a whole on the record, there's some songs that are about specific things, and then other songs, like within one song, it covers a whole range of different things, you know. So it's hard for me to pinpoint on what I'm exactly writing in an angry way about, you know.
I think what he's saying is a lot of it's left open to interpretation when you hear the music. What do you think?
Well, I think that's the best way anyway, isn't it? Instead of having things spelt out.
Right.
Okay. Well, we're going to go into another video right now, and then we are going to talk to Vinny and Phil some more. And I'm sure that Phil, in particular, is going to approve of this next video. We are going to show you a little bit of one of his fellow New Orleans band. Let's have a look at Crowbar on video. Los Angeles, the capital of rock and roll, and as you can see, Vinny and Phil are still with me from Pantera. We have a few more moments to talk. We've got some live Pantera on the way from the RIP party in just a moment. We're going to talk very briefly more about the album Far Beyond Driven, which is hitting the shops tomorrow, as if you need reminding. And my next question is that I'd like to pinpoint one particular song, Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills, which some people are saying is Pantera's first love song, but actually I don't agree with that, because you had Cemetery Gates was a kind of love song, This Love was a kind of love song. Tell us a little bit about that particular track.
Man, I can only give you a vague answer because it's one of those songs that I don't necessarily want to get busted about, but it's about it's like, you know, a true occurrence. It's a real part of life, and all I have to say is you don't necessarily need to snort Rohypnol. You can just take like a half and drink a couple beers and chill out. You know, just don't snort like 8 of them or anything like that, because you'll end up probably putting your penis where it doesn't belong. So you know, in a heterosexual way, though. For Christ's
Well, I'm none the wiser after that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, just check it out. It's a very different song.
It is. Now, you mentioned earlier that you've done the Planet Caravan cover version of the Black Sabbath classic. Now, is that also appearing on the Black Sabbath tribute album?
Nope. That was the whole thing. That was the whole thing.
Who are you? I don't know. I just do what I do on stage, and I've been doing it since I've been 15 years old. With long blonde hair or bald head, I do pretty much the same thing. So I always have done it like that. I always will, unless I get like a late call or something. I'll probably do it in the future.
When you come off stage, is that like a kind of cathartic experience for you, or would you feel like totally like wound up? Or?
I'll tell you exactly what I do when I get off stage. I go to my dressing room, I turn on some laid-back music, I turn down all the lights, and I get in the shower and I sit there and soak. Usually, that's what I do, and get ready to, meet some new people and stuff like that. Smoke some weed or hash in Europe, So, God bless the hash in Europe and the people in Europe. By the way, when we come back to Europe, you know what to bring. Smoke.
Right on.
Straight up.
You know it.
Well, talking of Europe, we've heard that there are rumours that you're going to maybe appear at Donington, which certainly has my vote, and also maybe headline the Dynamo Festival in the Netherlands. Do you have any confirmation of that for us?
Well, I can say that you'll see us at Donington.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's fantastic.
Yeah, you'll see us there. Whether we're playing or not, it's a different story. You'll see us there. We'll keep that. We'll say that you didn't hear it first, but you did.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you very much to Vinny and Phil for taking time out to talk to us here at the RIP Party sound checks, and good luck with the record Far Beyond Driven. And we, you know,
Pick
may
it
I
up
just?
tomorrow. There it is, right here.
Oh wow, brilliant!
Right here.
There we
This
go.
is it. Pick it up tomorrow.
And may
Promotional use only.
Now
So-
wait, look at this. See, when you fold it open, it turns into this really
Handsome screw.
handsome poster that you can hang on your wall. This guy getting screwed through the head, and then it's got
But they
these
get
real
vinyl, they
neat.
get vinyl,
We got vinyl too this time
We
with
got
the
vinyl,
awesome
don't.
vinyl version.
Yeah, no, it's just different.
Get the vinyl first, and
It
then go
got
get
banned.
the CD. It got banned. You're
We
right.
got dick.
Okay, well, thank you very much to Pantera, and I, for one, very much look forward to seeing you on the road in Europe. I know loads of people out there watching do as well. Good luck with everything, and taking us into our next short break, we're going to see Pantera live on stage at the RIP Party in Los Angeles, their first gig for Far Beyond Driven. You saw it on Headbangers Ball, and then stay tuned after that for more action
we
from the
suck.
party.
First show in 3 months. Check it out. You'll love it. It's gonna be. You think we're raw? Wait till you see this. Raw.
Face, straight out, for your spirit, now